Here in Century, the intersection of Church and Mayo Streets is pretty quiet. You can stand here for several minutes before a car even passes by. But it was once a bustling downtown center when Century was a thriving mill town. But when industry died, so did business and services, like the old Century Hospital. But there is new life coming to this historic community. The Century Pharmacy has been at the corner of Mayo and Church Streets for years. Pharmacist Julie Booth Moran has worked here most of her career because it's home and she loves the community. The 12 people she employs are local.
People that grew up here like the what they have here. You know, it's close to Pensacola, and so you can go there, but yet not in the quite hustle bustle of being really chaotic.
Many of Booth Moran's customers have little money or are homebound. She and her staff help them get the medication and financial help they need and deliver.
Unfortunately, we've had a lot of things close. We've had things come and go. Our rural health clinic opened and then closed. The health department opened and we lost it. We had a dentist that opened and they moved the county dentist. They moved back to the Molino area.
Now the Escambia County Healthy Start Coalition plans to open an office nearby on Church Street early next year. Medical, educational, and other services for moms and their children will be provided here, including the federal nutrition program, WIC. Single mom Caroline Pugh is grateful. She takes care of her 2 young children along with her sisters, another single mom. She spends a lot of time traveling for services.
Really hard getting the kids back and forth from Pensacola and trying to help other people get their kids back and forth from Pensacola. It's a big inconvenience. It's a whole day's activities that really could be a couple hours.
Most of those who live in poverty in Century are single moms. Pugh is searching for a job, but most are miles away and child care is expensive. Concerned citizen Laura Nelson led the effort to get a nonprofit service here. She sees the struggle many single moms face.
A lot of ladies that attend our church, they really want change. They don't want just another paycheck from the government. They want to go to work, and with the college being here and these services being here, it's going to help better them.
The Health and Hope Clinic in Century provides free care for those who can't afford it, but it's only open 1 day a week. Dr. Christian Bachman volunteers there.
Gas, I hear this all the time. They have Medicaid, and we say, well, you need to see the specialist in Pensacola, and they say, well, I don't have the gas. And I've heard that so often. And so their access to more sophisticated medicine is not always there.
Bachman plans to reopen a small family practice in the old Century Memorial Hospital, where he also develops medical products that may one day go to market. He's practiced medicine in the Century area for nearly 20 years.
If you drink, and many people here will drink a case of beer a day, and if you do that, you probably don't have a driver's license and probably can't work real well, and if you can, it's not real high paid. So you have this kind of vicious circle. Are people poor because they abuse drugs, or are they abusing drugs because they're poor? And by drugs I include alcohol.
There are bright spots, though. Not everyone is moving out of Century. Philip Pope and his wife recently bought this 113-year-old mill house in the town's historic district.
And I saw the sign up here that said historical district. And I says, well, yeah, I got about 15 minutes. Let me just ride by it.
Pope saw this house up for sale and bought it. Now he and his wife are renovating it and moving from Pensacola to retire here.
What's not to like about sitting here and just relaxing and having a nice breeze blow through and people going by and waving, and we'll get up and work a while, then we'll take a break, and we'll work a while, take a break. So it's just, and it's quiet. See how quiet it is? Birds singing. It's just a nice place to live. So we're really looking forward to moving up.
The historic district is part of the appeal for the Popes. There's a museum right around the corner from their home, full of books, pictures, and memorabilia dedicated to preserving the town's past. Historian Don Sales grew up here and helps run it.
Okay. Everything that you need in the year 18. Some days I'll come down here, or other members will come down at the museum, and there'll be something on the front porch left for us, and maybe a little note on it saying who it come from, and they may not tell who it come from. But people bring us old relics of Century all the time.
The Tannenheim, or Hecker House as locals call it, is another monument to the town's lumber mill days. This historic mansion was built in 1904 by one of the mill's founders and sits on County Road 4A just off Highway 29. Lake Stone on nearby Highway 4 is another hidden gem. This county-run campground attracts campers from around the county and the country. They come here to relax, fish, and take in the beautiful countryside found throughout the area. Town leaders also maintain the former helicopter technology building at the Century Industrial Park with hopes of attracting a tenant who will bring jobs.
Century has a lot of potential in the fact that it could be the next up-and-coming big city. It do have that potential. We got land. We got people willing to work. We just need something for them to do. Somebody come in with a job that will employ 50 to 100 folks and help them to put some pride back in themselves.
I'm just looking for some people that will hope again for Century, because it is going to change and industry is coming back, because history always repeats itself. I say get ready, get ready, get ready.
But people are helping others overcome those hardships while Century builds on the resources it does have. We'll have more on that coming up in our next story.